Hey Capricorn, I am here with your April 10th through the 17th weekly reading. I am feeling so much better. I had bronchitis, so I couldn't talk, so I couldn't really do readings. But I'm back and I'm feeling better, and hopefully I'll be able to get through this with like minimal coughing. Alrighty, so I pulled your oracle cards for the week. Your Nature's Whispers says keep your dreams alive. Your animal spirit is mouse spirit, tend to the small things. And then the Moonology cards, which I just started using within the past few days, is the full moon in Libra, which is a win-win outcome forecast. And then I was drawn to my Shadowscapes tarot, and you got the Page of Wands. So I feel like I did, when I was shuffling for the tarot or the Shadowscapes, I did see the Three of Swords, but it didn't quite pop out. So I feel like you're getting your groove back. You're getting your fire back, okay? When I was shuffling all of these cards, I was drawn to this light, like right behind this guy right here in this card. And it's like, so I'm feeling for you guys, y'all are definitely like rising from the ashes. You're actually even a little bit farther than rising from the ashes, okay? But it's like y'all are seeing the light again. Y'all are feeling lighter. You know, you're getting your fire back. You're getting your passion back. And you're starting to focus back on the dreams you had before you dealt with whatever it was that you were dealing with that Three of Hearts. So I just keep hearing beginnings, new beginning and getting your groove back. So I feel like you're just, it's almost like you're kind of in, you're kind of in season. You're like spring right now. You're starting to emerge. You're starting to bloom again, okay? So this is looking great. So your mouse spirit card is saying tend to the small things. I keep hearing details. So it's all in the details is just what I keep hearing. So focus on the details and the small things. Another thing with the small things is that's how you're going to ignite more and more passion on you in yourself is by just, focusing on the small things that make you happy, that bring you joy, that, help you heal from what has been going on. And in the end, you are victorious. This is a win-win outcome for you. Okay, so it may have been horrible and ugly and dark for a long time. It could have been winter for all of winter for you, if not longer. But spring is here, and like it's almost like you're blooming with spring. And, this is going to end up being successful for you. You are going to, kind of be in a win-win situation. So, let's get into your general reading, and then we will get into your love reading. So, Capricorn, what's going on with Capricorn for April? I keep wanting to say March. April 10th through the 17th. Please and thank you. What is Capricorn's focus, obstacles, advice, and potential outcome for April 10th through the 17th? Please and thank you. Again, I'm using the vice versa tarot for your general, but I will be clarifying it. So let's see. Oh, that's a lot. All right, so Capricorn, April 10th through the 17th. Please and thank you. All right, nothing really wanted to pop out. Guess that's a good sign, okay? Okay, so we have the Seven of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, the Two of Wands, and the Queen of Fire or Wands. But you do have the Ten of Cups on the bottom of the deck, okay? So, I do see you guys are kind of waiting. I feel like you guys have, you guys are kind of starting to plant some seeds, okay? And some of you are, and you know, you're kind of waiting to see like how those are going to kind of work out. Some of you are just kind of like assessing things right now. You're like, so this is what I got right now. Like, where do I want to go? Like, what do I want to do from here? It's almost like the slate's been wiped clean. So you're almost like you're probably definitely going to be moving on from this particular crop. So you're just kind of assessing the situation. Your obstacle, which this is actually a really great card to get for your obstacle. This side of it anyways, not necessarily this side. But your obstacle is, you know, you just need... So all your fears and your anxieties, you know, all of the things that are kind of keeping you up at night, they're kind of in your head. They're not as big as they seem, okay? I keep kind of going back to the, you know, the small things. So start seeing what, you know, you need to like start removing some of these swords. I do feel like you are starting to see the sun. Like I said, all I feel when, like, I was drawn to everything bright and pretty, you know, most of my bright and pretty cards when I was pulling your oracle, and even my, you know, the prettiest tarot I have, which is the Shadowscapes, and I'm not drawn to it a ton, but, you know, I was drawn to all this pretty and bright and light, that, you know, stuff for you, for your, you know, your reading. And it's like you're starting to see the brightness. You're starting to see the light. And so, you know, you just need to kind of keep, you know, get rid of these swords because you've almost like imprisoned yourself. But with that being the obstacle, you know, it's like you see the way out, take the way out, okay? So your advice is the Two of Wands. So it kind of is going back to this a 7, because Two of Wands can kind of be waiting, you know. And this side, I definitely do get more of a waiting vibe, you know, waiting to see what's coming in, waiting to see what your options are going to be, you know, waiting to make a choice. And so I see, you know, you're kind of in that assessing phase right now, that waiting phase right now. And your advice is to kind of stay there, okay? Until you're, you know, until you've cleared some of these anxieties away and like got, you know, dealt with the things that you need to deal with. Now is still an okay time to wait. Again, this is just a week, so you can wait a week, okay? See what options you end up having. See what, you know, ends up coming in, and, you know, and then, you know, start making plans. Like if it was this side, I would be like, okay, it's time to like look forward, you know, move out, make a choice, go, you know. But here I still really get a waiting vibe from him, okay? But you do have the Queen of Wands in your outcome. And I think it's interesting, in your oracle cards, the Shadowscapes, you pulled the Page of Wands. Okay, so it's like you were beginning to get your groove back. Okay, so your outcome is you become more confident this time, you know, through this week. You know, you are becoming more confident. You are becoming stronger. You're, you know, even kind of like going deep in. Because like in this Queen of Wands, because I don't always see the Queen of Wands as so much as the meditative queen, you know. you know, I just don't really, fire energy, I just don't normally relate the two. But this queen, she very much gives me the meditating, you know, the meditative vibe. Like, she meditates, she is in tune with herself. She is confident in herself. You know, her strength comes from within. And that's what you're working on building. Okay, you are, you know, this is your outcome for the week. You know, you get closer and closer. You know, you go from the page to the queen. You're building all this strength and confidence to move forward. So this is looking to be not necessarily a super exciting week as far as, you know, huge things happening, because there is a lot of waiting here. But the end result is like, you know, great. All right. It's exactly what you need to be doing. Because, you know, the bottom of the deck, you had the Ten of Cups, and I really do feel like all of this is laying the groundwork for all of your wishes coming through, you know, for, you know, all of your cups to be filled. All right. So let's clarify these cards for Capricorn for April 10th through the 17th. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here? Please and thank you. Just to dig a little bit deeper. Queen of Swords, okay? Be very analytical, okay, during this assessment phase. Be very analytical. Be very logical. Cut the shit out that does not serve you, okay? That is not working. That is not in your best interest. Cut it out, okay? Just leave it, you know? Don't let your emotions do this. Do all of this with your head, you know, very logically. And I don't mean this in a bad way, okay? I don't mean like in a malicious way. It's just not for, you know, it's not getting you to this Ten of Cups that you want to get to. It's not getting you to this Queen of Wands energy, okay? So just leave it. It's not serving you, okay? Why is this Nine of Swords here as the obstacle for Capricorn? Please and thank you. Why is the Nine of Swords here as the obstacle? All right, Four of Swords. Okay, so very similar energy with these two cards, okay? The good news is that with both of these cards, not only did you get the similar energies, you know, because if it was like this way and this way, it would be very similar. You would be, you know, you would just be losing all the sleep, you know, you'd be depressed, you'd be feeling defeated, you'd be feeling down. But with this side, I feel like you're coming out of this rest phase, okay? You're not letting all of this sword energy, you know, all of these anxieties and fears keep you down anymore. You know, you're kind of, you've done the rest, you know, you've rested. So now you're like I said, you're getting your fire back. So you're starting to, you know, get rid of all of the stuff that isn't serving you. All right. So Two of Wands. Why is the Two of Wands here as the advice? Why is the Two of Wands here as the advice for Capricorn? Please and thank you. Why is the Two of Wands here? Three of Cups. All right. So there will be, you know, celebrate, you know, take this time, you know, wait for whatever it is to come in, and let it come in, okay? In the meantime, that doesn't mean you have to be sitting around twiddling your thumbs. Go out and see your friends. Hang out with your friends. Celebrate, okay? I'm even hearing celebrate how far you've come, okay? Don't just think of the outcome, all right? I'm going back to that little details, okay? The mouse card that you got with your animal spirit, going back to, you know, while you're waiting, okay, don't like get so caught up in it where you're like, I'm just waiting to see what comes in, you know, and don't be so focused on the end that you don't celebrate the small victories that you have had along the way. Because to get to where you are at this moment hasn't been easy. You've been through hell, okay? I don't remember all of your readings, but I remembered connecting to your energy the easiest of all the signs, which is funny because I don't have a whole lot of Capricorn in my chart. I am Virgo, so we do have the earth sign there. But I definitely connect to y'all the easiest. And, you know, y'all have been through it, okay? I'm all, you know, whenever I'm like just randomly thinking, and like you guys will come in my head, Capricorn, what's going on with Capricorn? Are they making it through? So it hasn't been easy, okay? But look, I see you. I have seen so much growth from when I first started doing y'all's readings to now. You have to celebrate how far you've come, not just focus on how far you have to go, okay? Yes, keep your eye on the prize. Make sure you don't lose sight of your goals, but celebrate your victories. That's really the most important advice I see. You know, in these times of waiting, be like, damn, look how far I got. Look at all I've accomplished. No, I still have a lot of work to go, but, you know, I'm on it. I'm doing great. All right. So, Queen of Wands. Why is the Queen of Wands here as the potential outcome for April 10th through the 17th? Oh, so you do have a Knight of Cups over here. All right. So there may be some kind of love offer coming in. There could be somebody new coming in that piques your interest, okay? But for really what I'm hearing, for this to really happen, because he's attracted to this energy. This is the energy you're going to be emitting, okay? This is the vibe, you know, this is the vibes you're giving out. This is the frequency that you're going to be on now. Instead of, you know, back here, because I'm pretty sure you've pulled this card before. I'm sure you guys were right here, because you can't be coming out of it if you didn't get in it in the first place. Okay, so this is where you're going to be, you know, this is where your frequency is going to be. So it's going to definitely attract some suitors, okay? Because they are attracted to your calm, to your peace, to your, you know, your inner peace, you know, that you've got, to your confidence, okay? They are going to be attracted to this, all right? And not all of those are always things that I, you know, any other deck, I probably wouldn't say that about the Queen of Wands, but in this deck, you know, she gives me a completely different vibe in this deck than she does any other deck. All right, so that's your general. Let's get on with your love. I try not to make these videos long, and they always end up being 30 minutes at least. We'll see. We'll see how long yours is. Yours is looking great, though, all right? So, now that we had a little bit of a hint towards, you know, some love in your general, let's see what's happening in the love front for Capricorn. What's happening on the love front for April 10th through the 17th? Please and thank you. Capricorn. Capricorn. Children. Your love life is being affected by children. That is interesting. So some of you may be single parents now, or, you know, you might be crushing on someone that is a single parent, or there's children there. Or I even see that maybe you're kind of wanting a partner now, you know, because you have kids. But we'll see what's going on with this. We'll see what's going on with this. All right. I keep thinking one's flipped over, but then when I check it, it's not. All right, this is the Crystal Visions Tarot that I normally do with the love. This is just a very romantic deck. That's why I always keep it with the love. Capricorn, April 10th through the 17th. Please and thank you. What's going on for Capricorn for April 10th to the 17th. What's going on? Oh my love, guys. Please and thank you. Okay. Page of Swords again. So kind of back to beginnings, you know, the page is the beginning of the court. I see you being a little bit more analytical when it comes to love, okay? Or logical, you know. You're kind of thinking more with your mind, which I think is funny because it's like you're trying to think more with your mind than your intuition or your heart, and then the High Priestess came up, okay? So High Priestess is, you know, talking about like intuition, knowing, you know, just following your intuition. She also, you know, just trusting yourself, okay? So really what I'm hearing here is trust yourself more. Yes, you know, if someone's giving you a lot of BS and it feels like BS, you know, don't, you know, ignore your, you know, your mind. If your mind's like, this person's full of it, you know, they're just coming up with complete and, you know, the most ridiculous excuses, you know, but your gut knows too. So those are what you're working on, okay? So those are really what you're letting guide you, okay? You're almost letting your intuition, like, see through the lies, you know, and to just, you're cutting out so much right now, okay? I just keep hearing cutting it out, you know. I'm not going to be treated, I'm not going to fall for these, you know, for BS anymore. You know, I'm trusting my intuition. It's almost like you have a new perspective on love, on what you're willing to accept in a relationship when it comes to love. All right, if that makes sense. Not necessarily you have a new perspective on love. It's really a new perspective on, like I said, just what you're willing to accept in a relationship. It's like you have this new perspective on your own self-love and your own self-worth. All right. Also, for some of you, you may be spying on someone or they may be spying on you through social media. Just saying. Look, we got the Knight of Swords. So much swords in your reading, okay? And lots of court cards, okay? So I feel like there is movement. There's someone coming in. It could be an air sign. Because I don't see you rushing to make any offers. I don't see you rushing into anything. I don't see you trying to speed along new love or a new relationship. I feel like this is an air sign that's going to be coming in. It doesn't have to be an air sign. They could just have a lot of air in their chart, or, you know, they could just be kind of embodying, you know, typical air sign qualities at the moment. But I see someone coming in really quickly, okay? Like kind of wanting to just jump headlong into this. And I don't think you trust your emotions yet, okay? Because I keep going to this Queen of Cups, and I do definitely feel like this is your energy right now. Actually, I'm kind of feeling like both of these are your energy, okay? So you are feeling like you're kind of back on solid ground, on solid footing. You know, you are feeling stable. You are feeling very practical. but you're feeling very solid, okay? And I feel like you don't really want this energy, okay? This is young, rash energy, and that's just not where you are, okay? You're more in for taking things slow, being in it for the long haul, okay? Not saying that necessarily that you're ready for commitment or anything right now, but, you're not going to, you don't want to rush into something. You want to take things slowly. You want it to build because you want it to be long term. You don't want to waste your time on flings and stuff, but you just don't quite trust your emotions yet, okay? Not necessarily that you don't trust your emotions, okay? You don't trust giving your emotions to other people yet, okay? You're still kind of like getting used to them yourself, okay? So you're not really ready to share them with other people is really that's what I'm hearing, okay? It's like, yeah, I'm getting a hold on my emotions, I'm pretty stable, I'm on solid footing, but, I'm getting pretty comfortable with my emotions, but, I'm definitely not going to offer them to anybody. I'm definitely not going to be offering them to someone who is just flying in and is kind of being rash. And, it may even be someone that's younger than you. So you may be really questioning that. They just may seem like they're being really immature about things. And you're kind of like, no, thank you. I don't, I don't necessarily, well, let's just see what else comes up, okay? So the Lovers does come out, okay? So this could be someone that you're very interested in, but we have the Three of Cups again. In the reverse. Let's see, one more card. You're really worried about this situation, okay? It's causing, this new offer that comes in, it's causing a lot of stress, okay? It's causing a lot of burden. Either this person is causing you a lot of burdens, and if that's the case, you might really want to rethink that, okay? But I'm kind of getting that these two cards are related here, okay? Your Queen of Cups energy, I get that you're just not ready, okay? You're just not ready to give your emotions over to someone, okay? You're just not ready for it. And it's causing you, it's almost like for some of you, I feel like this sign is kind of pressuring you. Why can't you just run into this? We're soulmates, okay? We're soulmates here. Because that's how they're feeling about it. And I don't know that you feel that way. I think you do feel it that way a little bit, or else you wouldn't be carrying so much burden right now. Because, if it was just one-sided, where they felt that way and you didn't, you wouldn't be so worried about it. It wouldn't be weighing so much on you. But you're like, this is a soulmate here. Or it feels like a soulmate. It feels like it could be a soulmate. It feels like it could be long-term. But I just don't trust my emotions yet. I just don't trust that. I need it to move slower, okay? So there's not going to be a whole lot of celebrating between you two at the moment, all right? And I don't see that as a bad thing. Again, a week time, okay? This is just a week. You're just not really ready to kind of get out there yet, okay? And someone, I feel like, is pushing you to go out there, and you're just not there yet, okay? You're just not feeling it. And someone is being very pushy is what I'm feeling, okay? That kind of could be where this Page of Swords is coming from. You know, you maybe even, you know, needing to kind of like cut that out. But someone's kind of, I guess someone may be watching you too, okay? And another reason you may not be feeling it is because you're focused on your children, okay? If you have kids, you might be focused on your children. And, you know, it's like, I don't really have time for that, okay? I'm just getting my home life situated, you know? I don't have time for all of this foolishness, all right? So, let's pull some cards for your final outcome for love for April 10th through the 17th. Please and thank you. Some advice for Capricorn for April, keep wanting to say March, April 10th through the 17th. Please and thank you. Advice for my Capricorns. Please and thank you. Look, it was going to come out in the reverse, but it flipped itself. Follow your bliss. Follow your happiness. Okay? There's still something from the past. Okay? There's still something from the past that you're holding on to a little bit, okay? From the other cards in your reading, it may be the heartbreak. You know, kind of being worried. You're kind of like holding on to it because you're afraid that if you kind of let go of it, you might forget, and then find yourself in this situation all over again. I don't feel like that's going to happen. I feel like you can let go of it and still remember, okay? Like, you can let go of it. You know, let go of the hurt. Don't hold on to it. And, you know, kind of free yourself of this, because I feel like these two cards are really talking to each other. Again, lots of swords in your readings, in both readings, and then again here in the outcome. And I feel like you're really using your head. But I have noticed that pretty much most of your sword cards have been the bad cards, but the good side of them, if that makes sense. Like, you're coming out of it. So, you know, free yourself of the prison, you know, this prison that you've set yourself in, because you can get out of it. This is just completely done by you, okay? It's the Eight of Swords. If you're familiar to tarot channels at all, I know you know this card. Take the blindfold off and just leave it. Just because, even if just because you let go of this pain and this hurt, and the betrayal, it doesn't mean that you're going to, that's what I keep thinking. You're afraid if you let go of it, you're just going to end up right back here. And I don't think that's you've learned, okay, you've grown so much through this. You're not going to make the same mistakes twice. And it's not going to happen, okay? So you have the Wheel of Fortune reversed and the Ace of Swords reversed. But this is your advice, okay? And again, I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is kind of just reiterating what was in your other readings. It's not that luck is not on your side right now. It's that now is not the most opportune time to act, okay? If that makes sense, okay? Because when it is time to act, you will know, and the universe will be 100% on your side, and luck will be on your side, okay? Just not now, because right now you're kind of in the assessing phase, the waiting phase, okay? The growing phase even a little bit, okay? So And I'm kind of hearing put the sword down a little bit. You don't need any more clarity, okay? You have all the clarity you need. You don't need any new clarity, okay? What you need to focus on is right here, okay? And you focus on the sun, on your happiness, by letting go of these, you know, even all of the swords. You let go of all the swords because you don't need any more clarity. You got it, okay? You know, just enjoy the sun for a little bit. Be happy for a little bit. And then this is going to flip over. And, you know, everything's going to be gravy. Everything's going to be gravy anyways because, you know, you've come so far, Capricorn, all right? You're letting so much go. And yes, I do believe that your mind has gotten you this far. It's helped you dig you out of this. But now it's time to find the warmth, okay? To focus on the things that bring you warmth, you know, that, you know how it feels to like have the sun warming you up. That's exactly what I pictured. You know, it's time for you to kind of thaw out a little bit. Not that you've been cold or icy. That's not what I'm saying. But it's okay to let some warmth in, okay? Because you're past all of this nastiness, okay? You're past the winter, all right? Let the sun in. It's springtime, you know? All right, Capricorn, that's your reading. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.